Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today, I wanted to give you a quick peek into my current ComfyUI setup. For those of you who are new, ComfyUI is this incredibly powerful and node-based interface for stable diffusion, and it gives you a ton of flexibility in how you generate images. I've been experimenting quite a bit, and I thought I'd share a simplified overview of how my workflow is currently structured. Alright, so here's a look at my ComfyUI canvas. As you can see, it might look a little complex at first, but it's really just a series of interconnected nodes that each perform a specific task. At the very beginning of my workflow, I have my Load Image node. This is where I bring in either an initial image I want to work with, maybe for in-painting or using as a style reference, or sometimes even a blank canvas to start from scratch. You can see here I've loaded in an image of a living room. Next up, I have my prompt nodes, the clip text encode prompt nodes. These are crucial because they tell the AI what I want to generate. I usually have one for the positive prompt, describing what I do want to see, like modern living room, open space, large windows, wooden floor, sofa in left, minimalist decor, soft warm light, serene, ultra-realistic interior. And sometimes I'll have a negative prompt as well, detailing what I don't want, like people, text, watermark, blurry, cartoon, low quality, overexposed. Now things start to get interesting. I'm often using a combination of control nets and IP adapters to guide the image generation. You can see I have a checkpoint loader here, which selects the stable diffusion model I want to use. Then I have a section here with MLSD, which is a type of control net that helps maintain the structural integrity and lines of my initial or desired scene. I feed it the image, and it extracts the line details. Over here, I have an IP Adapter Plus setup. IP Adapter is fantastic for transferring the style or even some compositional elements from a reference image to the generated output. I load another image here, in this case, a different living room with a specific aesthetic. The IP Adapter then helps infuse that style into the image being generated based on my prompts and the control net. I also frequently incorporate other control nets. Here you can see a canny edge control net. This helps to further define the edges and shapes in the generated image, providing another layer of control over the composition. And right next to it, I have a depth control net. This analyzes the depth information in the input image and guides the AI to create a 3D consistent scene. You can see how the outputs from these control nets, the canny edges and the depth maps, are fed into Apply Control Net nodes. These nodes control the strength and influence of each control net on the final image. All of these different conditioning signals from the prompt, the control nets, and the IP adapter eventually converge into the K-sampler node. The K-sampler is where the actual magic of image generation happens. It takes all the conditioning information, along with parameters like the number of steps, CFG scale, and the sampler algorithm, and iteratively refines the latent space to create the final image. Finally, the output from the K-sampler, which is in a latent space, needs to be decoded back into a viewable image. That's the job of the VAE decode node. And then, the very last step in my basic workflow is the Save Image node, which, as you can guess, saves the generated image to my computer. So that's a simplified look at how my ComfyUI workflow is currently structured. It might seem a bit involved, but breaking it down into these individual nodes really gives you a lot of creative control. I can easily swap out different control nets, experiment with different IP adapter styles, or fine-tune my prompts to achieve the exact results I'm looking for. I hope this quick overview gave you a better understanding of how ComfyUI works and how I've set up my current workflow. There's so much more you can do with it, and I'm constantly learning and experimenting. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if there are specific parts of my workflow you'd like me to dive deeper into in future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.